and welcome to the Week in Hall by me, Enriquez Mall. This week saw the Osbournes win a TV award for Best Reality TV Show. Unfortunately, Ozzy couldn't be there in person to collect the award, but he did send this recorded message. Jerry Halliwell's new waxwork was unveiled this week at Madame Tussauds after they had to do a rework on her old 1996 image since she started looking after herself.
I don't like the new one. I like the old one. No, I don't. They're both shite. They look nothing like me. Go power, babe.
More spicy news as Mel B has revealed her sordid sex secrets in a warts and all autobiography. Mel talks candidly about how many lovers she's had.
I've had loads.
What they meant to her.
They meant notes.
And the strangest place she's made love.
I've done it on a market stall whilst a tramp watched. I've done it with a coconut seller on beach. I've done it with an old punter from audience. I've even done it on kitchen table while my mum were in front room. That night, I'm a right dirty old bastard.
And finally, Craig David's been busy this week shooting his new video in Prague. In it, he plays the part of Willy Wonka. We caught up with him on set.
Aye, it's true. Craig David is going for a Willy Wonka 5-foot next single. Oompa Loompas in the lot. It's going to be proper bow, I tell you.
That is the Week in Hall. But remember, if you've got a mole and someone's teasing you that it looks like a chocolate button, put them in a headlock and make them lick it. Now we, Enrique, let's calm down the tune.
Hello. Yeah, I'm starting the stream a little bit early today. Bit of a late night last night, so I do with closing down a little bit earlier than normal today. Hello, all in chat. All right, William, Seb, Marty. It was, wasn't it? Comedy gold 20 years ago. Modern classic, I suppose. No, was never your bag. Oh, I loved it when it came out. The first and second series, particularly. After that, it kind of went a bit downhill. Right, are we having this James Bond discussion tonight or what? We'll do it next week. Jimmy, all right, we'll do it next week. Just want to have just a chat, a normal kind of free-flowing chat tonight. But no, I will do it. We will do it. I will post it in the up-and-coming live stream posts, and you'll see like a James Bond picture, and it'll all kind of be snazzed up and what have you. So you'll know when it's coming. Okay, next week then. It gives me a chance to properly determine my top 6. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, I'm currently still going through the movies, watching them. I'm up to sort of like the halfway between like the Roger Moore films at the moment. So, I mean, I know what my top are anyway, but I'm just going through them and binging on them. You're right, Richard. You're right. Right, let's bring this down then. Where is it? Start the camera. Hello. Yeah, so no real like organization, just winging it again. So whatever you want to speak about, talk about, we can discuss. So British version of The Office, Only Fools and Horses are masterclass. Yeah, they are great, aren't they? I'm not sure about the American Office version, but top 3 Manchester bands. Oh, top 3. Morrissey, Oasis, and maybe the Stone Roses for me. I like the Hollies as well, but often they're disregarded, aren't they? The Hollies, for some reason. Not sure we should talk about British comedy again. I think I got bored. 1 or 2 people with a love of George and Mildred. No, I mean, this is not about anything really. This is, you know, what it. Talk about what you want here. That don't have to be anything particular. It's not about comedy. It's not about anything really. It's just a chat. Trying to find out what's on your CD shelf. I noticed Clapton, REM, and a lot of Island Records CDs. Well, this is all rock. All these shelves is all rock, and at the bottom is metal and punk, and then sort of outside this room, I have my indie music and alternative music, and all my compilations are basically all boxed up in my loft. So not everything's for show. Then again, one of them is someone who wastes 3 hours of their life every day, so his boredom threshold is out of whack. Rick Ashley do the Smiths at Glastonbury. Surprisingly brilliant. Really? Didn't know about that. I'm aware of the lurkers taking umbrage at people having conversations. Yeah, well, you know, every week's different. You know, sometimes it's conversation, sometimes it's, you know, some kind of topic. I'm not going to continuously have topics no more than I'm going to continuously have conversations. So it's just going to be a mix. You alright, Hobbs? Yeah, I'm well. Yourself? Yeah. God, it's all going on at the moment, isn't it? Drama. But it never seems to end, does it? So what's everyone been doing then? I haven't really been doing very much myself. Sitting on my ass most of the time. Oh, drives you mad, doesn't it? Sitting around all the time. Just feel, you know, don't feel lazy, but like, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Non-productive. Oh yeah, I've received a bit of flack on a certain stream about how I condone the live stream. Basically, Wax was basically saying about, and Rachel, both of them. This is both of them, not just Wax, saying that I look away from the camera. But what they don't realize is like my TV monitor is like where my eyes are. My camera is slightly to the left of me, so that's why you got that kind of slanted view. I mean, like, I wave to the camera. I'm not like I'm shy of the camera or anything, but thing is, I've got a 32-inch size monitor, so that's quite a large monitor for a monitor. So if I put the camera on the top of the monitor, it looks down at me. So there's no real right place of having it, So that is why, just to answer the critics. Not that I need to. Yeah, I know it is. It's really pathetic, but I just thought I would, explain. Not that I need to, but maybe if I got a new camera, maybe things might be a bit different. But I'm reluctant to spend any money at the moment. Just spent a lot of money on my car, getting my car fixed. So my I was leaking brake fluid in my car, and it's like a little hose which is like worn out. And you would have thought, like, I don't know, car braking systems would have like standard sort of hoses, like from the brake cylinder to the brakes. But there's a small part which is like a purposely manufactured pipe. Couldn't find it anywhere, like aftermarket. So I had to go to directly to the car dealership to order it. Of course, they charge an absolute fortune, don't they, for parts? It's ridiculous. Take the right piss. But I needed it, so I had to, I had to fork out the money. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? Cars. You gotta have them. No one wants to wax over here. You're in the wrong place if you think that's the case. No. He won't come over here. I don't think I've properly even like had a conversation with Wax. Not like a proper conversation. It's just like instant I don't like you kind of thing, isn't it, with him? You know, without any kind of explanation. Just he makes up his own judgment in seconds, doesn't he? And that's it. I mean, I don't care. I don't like the guy. I think they've got enough problems over there at the moment, haven't they? You know, from what I hear, it's a sham. It's an absolute sham. Yeah, I agree. I think William, he made a mistake. You know, it's been dealt with now. You know, it's we move on. We move on. He made a mistake. You know, there's no need to sort of go over it and over it. It's done now. It wasn't just him by what I hear either. So I do not appreciate you making a 22-minute video today about this. I will move on and speak about this. Well, I didn't make the video. Ian decided to do the video. And he just asked me, did I want to come on? You are, Andy. Is it dealt with though? Because I haven't seen an apology. I can quite believe it wasn't just him though. Don't just try a certain other newbie on the panel either. Yeah, what you did was wrong. Accept it and move on. Yeah, I agree. It's happened, for whatever reason, it's happened, and let's move on. There's no need to drag it out, you know. Right. Well, why do you need apology for a video then, William? Explain to me in the comments. Oh yeah, I think some of the blame has gone Stunty's way. I mean, I know he's been contacted, so but you actually openly admitted on the live stream that you were using your troll accounts to add for votes. So and I don't think that was really kind of cottoned on to what you were saying when it happened. Is William causing problems in the UK VC? Not really, not really. It's just it's not a big deal, really. It's I think Ian is a bit upset over it, but you know, understandable, I suppose. Possible. It's possible. Who knows? You you wasted their time. It's not hard to work out. Sad because you did show good vinyl. You did. I've been nothing but cool with you guys. Stop crying over a stupid poll. You all look bad for this. This is a poll which has been like started, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, maybe, or near a year. He's been doing it every week. No problem. He put a lot of sort of thought and effort into this. What's stupid to you isn't stupid to other people. You know. Simon, if people are going to ruin a competition, I don't think we can move on until it's dealt with properly. Well, I think it has been dealt with. It has been dealt with, Steve. And we can only sort of go from here. You're right, Dave. You're right. Let's go mail records. When I'm back, I will jump on the panel. UKVC is about non-drama. I don't know about that. I wouldn't be sure. I think we got drama of our own. Home and vinyl for us old timers over at Ian. It's not a stupid poll. No, I mean, if we all did what others are doing, those two others, and voted 30 votes for whatever album we fancied, then it's no point doing it. If it's going to be like cheating, then what's the point? What's the point of it? You're just going to create like one winner like all the time. Without chance of any kind of competition. It's ridiculous. Just vote. Yourself as one, and maybe if you got another channel, you could do that. Say like 1 or 3 votes if you got 3 other channels, then that's kind of acceptable. But when it's kind of like 20, 30 votes for like one channel, it's not fair. Surely you can see that. Surely. Don't make a Funko with AJK. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I'll be here. I'm not as polite as Simon. You can apologise to my face if you're man enough. Post the StreamYard link. 1 second. ego is beast and ego is evil, but ego knows best. The ego knows best at least. She says so. Right. Well, if that's the case, then like you both played a part in it, so you're both culpable. Yeah, doesn't Stunty have like his birthday stream or something going on at the moment? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you then, Ray?
Well, I haven't really started or stopped yet. You know, I've been having a very lazy day today. Jimmy Barnes. Where's Ian?
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing if William will actually just own up, because he doesn't seem very apologetic to me whatsoever. And
Well,
let's face it, he's got form for being obsessive about stuff, hasn't he? I mean, all you have to do is tune into him every Monday. It's like the rantings of a madman.
Rantings.
We're vilifying you, William, because you're acting like a complete arsehole. And yeah, I don't think it was just you, but I don't trust the Frenchman neither.
No.
I think you're both playing people off one another, but you're doing it more in plain sight.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
I saw what Stunty was saying about people on Rachel's the other day.
Yeah.
And then you're there, like, calling into Rachel's ghost this afternoon whilst driving with the name Chris, somebody's lawyer or something like that. You get off on it. You get... God, it's like you're getting some sort of like sexual thrill from just like drama all the time. It's pathetic.
It is. It's
you know, William, people have tried to be nice to you and give you advice and like support you. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, what other people do regarding pumping vinyl is up to them. But me, like, my patience with you has just ran out now.
I don't know why you would want to do it. Either of them. I don't see why they would want to.
You're both a couple of arseholes.
Hammer that vote to death.
Stunt Rock can show as many like rare pressings as he wants. You know, like, it doesn't change the fact that like the thing that really gets him going is just like causing shit.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say?
He was slagging some of us off on Rachel's stunt rock. I'm on about. I don't call him stunty. It's like he's too matey, and I don't know him well enough. And what I do know, I don't trust.
I know what you mean. It's kind of like, for one moment he's sort of in support of what we're doing, and then its next moment it's kind of making a mockery out of us.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's what he's done, and the evidence is right there. You know, you say what you like about Rachel, but you know, when it comes to like chat and stuff like that, you know, she'll highlight nearly all of it, so it's there as evidence.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know. It's it doesn't help, does it?
The point is, William, it was impossible for that poll to get that many votes. It was only after you and Stunty started playing with each other's balls and being a couple of arseholes that like the poll numbers just shot up to unrealistic proportions. So how'd you explain that? So you can't, can you? And you won't. You'll come on here in half an hour or whatever it is, and you'll just ramble on, and like there won't be no proper apology. I'm calling it now.
I mean, there's more votes than there were people watching the stream. So, I mean, it doesn't tally out.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It doesn't tally out whatsoever. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist, does it?
Lay down the law, yeah. I'm the law, yeah. Look, I'm getting annoyed. I'm annoyed, mainly on behalf of Ian and Dave, because I really like that stream every Thursday. Whether people love ranking the obscure Thursday night shows or not, that's up to them. Me personally, I consider Ian a friend. I think Dave does great work, and for their work on YouTube, just to be pissed all over like that by two arseholes known as Pumping Vinyl and Stunt Rock Confusion, I think it's an absolute disgrace. What do they do to deserve that? William does it because he's just got some sort of weird drama addiction. It's like he's like the drama equivalent of like someone at a train spotting needing their next heroin fix. He's that fucking desperate for it. And Stunt Rock, I mean, I know him even less well, and I don't want to know him because he looks shady as fuck as far as I'm concerned. And the way he talks about us in Rachel's is just shows he's got more faces than the fucking town hall clock. If he's bipolar, Zeb, I've got plenty of sympathy, but when someone you try and make friends with and accept into your community just like takes the absolute piss like what William's been doing, then how much how many more chances or excuses do you give him? I've got every being someone who has mental health problems, and it's not anything that I'm ashamed of or that I keep quiet. If anyone asks me about my mental health, I'll be completely honest with them. So if speaking as someone who does have mental health issues, but ones that I try and deal with in a positive and in a reasonable way in private, I don't want to speculate on what other people may or may not be suffering from, but what I can speculate on, because he's proven it every Monday morning or whenever it is he streams in US time. William has obviously got some sort of issue with like just wanting drama and wanting all this attention all the time.
The town hall clock is right twice a day. Fact.
Yeah, Seb, I have that. I mean, I have Asperger's syndrome, which is separate from my other mental health stuff. Because my other mental health stuff were going on years before I even got diagnosed with Asperger's. But it's there's obvious links there. It's all kind of in the mind sort of thing. But
yeah. Well, as far as I know, Ian has contacted William and Stunty, and William has apologised. William has apologised to Ian. But
so as in he admitted it, or he was just like, "Oh, sorry, that happened," kind of thing.
Yeah, he admitted it, and he did seem to be a sincere apology. But Stunty,
so why is he in the chat here just trying to put all the blame on Stunt Rock? Then, I mean, if it was all Stunt Rock, then all right, fair enough. But why? In that case, why did he apologise to Ian for his part in it previous? Simple answer, because it's both of them. Yeah, he could apologise to Stevie's vinyl cupboard. Exactly, Stevie. That was so unfair just to piss all over that vote, that poll. In your case, because it's not sour grapes. I know that. What my album that got through to the that round, it got absolutely thrashed by Nevermind the Bollocks, and I accept that. But you could see from both the live vote and the community vote, it was a fair vote. There was no rigging in it.
Yeah.
You know, if someone had thought, oh, I know, I'll rig it on behalf of Technique to do Jimmy a favour, I'd still be like, well, don't be a prick. You don't do that, you know. Like vote rigging. Fucking hell, what are we, Americans? Jesus.
Yeah, for someone who's like that was their first intro into that stream, I am surprised, you know.
Yeah, exactly, Stevie. I lost. Everyone who hasn't got through has lost fairly, apart from last night, where two tits, the American tit and the French tit. You know, I don't want to sort of call them out for not being, you know, for being foreign, but you know, like it just seems weird that, like, you know, we get these people and like they've got fuck all etiquette and they don't know how to behave or actually act like grown men. I mean, they're also obviously grown men. I mean, fucking hell, Stunt Rock, he's got more grey hair than I have. I mean, the fact he grows it helps, but bloody hell, he's ancient. Yet he's still acting a cock.
That vote's been cancelled, Jimmy. That live vote's been cancelled. So they're going on the one on the post.
Yeah, well, hopefully that'll be all right.
Regards that. So you know, if that's kind of normal result, then I guess they'll go from that.
Yes. Bat Out of Hell was the best one anyway. Don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, they got knocked out, didn't it?
Why are you a Meatloaf fan, Ray? You like? Do you know a lot about him? Because I always wondered just what
I got Bat Out of Hell and Hits from Hell.
I just wondered because, like, Bat Out of Hell 2, the sequel, like it came years after. I just wondered what made, because it's a trilogy altogether. I just wondered what sort of, you know, makes it like a trilogy that follows on. But
no, I don't know. I don't think there was any deep thinking into it. He thought Bat Out of Hell worked well, so let's do Bat Out of Hell 2.
It's just for sales. I'll stick Roman numerals 2 on the end, and it'll sell well. To be fair, it did. So yeah, fair enough.
So what could you make out what was going on over at Rachel's then today? Because it just seemed like an absolute farce.
Well, yeah, that's true. William, under the name Chris's lawyer, I can't keep forgetting his name. Someone who supposedly, I don't know how serious it is. It's probably another storm in a teacup. You know how it is here on YouTube, don't you? But someone's apparently threatening to sue Rachel. Obviously, it might have been something Norman Maslow said. I'm not sure. I don't know. Ray might know more than I do.
Yeah, Chris Hill's got a wobbly camera, and it's giving Sue vertigo, so he's been blocked from the show, except for one day a week.
That's why he's suing, because he can't keep his camera. Was he the same guy who? I don't know. It was over a week ago. It might have been about 2 weeks. There was a guy who came on. I think he was on and off a little bit, and he went on Rachel's, but his camera was in portrait mode, and it was really pissing Norman off. That he was in portrait rather than landscape. Or have I got? Yeah, no, I do mean portrait, not landscape.
Yeah.
Was that him, or was that someone completely different?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know, because I'm thinking that might be at least a couple of weeks ago now, so it's probably a different person. I'm not sure.
I've only been watching it to see if we get a mention.
Oh yeah, but yeah, at least one of us gets a mention. If
you got a mention, Dale.
I got mentioned today by some nerdy guy who's into comics, Loki. Not by name, but he was having a laugh at how much I love George and Mildred, which does break my heart because George and Mildred is absolutely fantastic. But I'm not going to talk about it because if Loki is watching this and lurking, or if he watches the replay,
I wonder why that.
I don't call you Loki. Your threshold for boredom is in the Kazi because you spend 3 hours, 7 days a week licking Rachel's arse. But you know. You know, all I do is I occasionally watch some good 1970s sitcoms, and I like to talk about it when Simon was running a live show about British comedy. But you know, if you've got a problem with that, then I suggest you stick it up your jab side, mate.
Don't have to watch.
Jimmy, what was your favourite theme song? Was it the first theme or the second theme?
For George and Mildred, I think the Man About the House one is superior to both of them.
Oh yeah, classic.
I think the second George and Mildred theme, it just kind of fit with the opening credits. The first one was like quite sort of jaunty, weren't it? But they only used that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, we'll go back to normal kind of broadcast next week.
You keep saying that, and it's just getting worse, isn't it?
They're
arguing is spiraling out of control.
Well, I think I felt I needed. Although I would have liked to have talked about James Bond today. I understand Simon wants to do it next week, and that's fine. And in a way, it's good, because there has been some issues that I've personally wanted to kind of air myself regarding the way Stunt Rock and I nearly called him the Wax. Then he'd have loved that pumping vinyl.
Wax
have been shitting up the RTO Battle Royal poll.
I would have done it last week, in honest truth, but like I was feeling a bit under the weather and just kind of wanted to sort of, chill out a bit, not have to.
Astros. I've appeared on Vinyl Dales on Simon's a fair amount. This isn't my first rodeo, but it is the first one where I've really kind of, But it's just after what happened when I watched the video from Ian, Dave, and Simon earlier on, it was like, it was obvious something weird was going on. I didn't want to kind of. I was just watching in the chat last night. I wasn't gonna bring anything up and be like, "Oh, what are those two pricks playing at?" But I knew, or I suspected, that it'd be looked into after the fact, and it was. And
Anyway, don't upset yourself about it, because we was hoping that Ian would come up, especially after this historic snub in Leeds. I mean, it was incredible bad manners. We wanted to question him about it.
It wasn't a full-on snub. He did say hello, in fairness, and
but he said, "Oh, it's you."
Well, he might come up still, so he said he might jump on later on. So, it's you.
Yeah, Gladys Knight's brilliant. That's my favourite of all time.
It's grown on me with License to Kill. It's not.
My wife, she likes For Your Eyes Only. Always thought it's a bit dull, a bit.
I like that. I like Sheena Easton. You don't really see her doing anything now. I think she's still active.
She's hated. She's been rejected by Scotland, and that's quite unusual for Scottish people not to cling on to any good, bad, or she's been.
She did leave for America pretty sharpish, didn't she? Like
she did. Then she was hanging about with Prince. Yeah,
I was watching For Your Eyes Only today, and I think that song is just absolutely incredible Bond song, isn't it? I mean, it's.
I like it. Yeah, I did my Bond theme ranking. I can't remember exactly where that was, but it will. I think it was top 10. I put it in. So out of 26 tracks I ranked. So.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I love the song.
Mm.
For Your Eyes Only. Ding.
I did until now.
Was that Tim Rice did that one? Tim Rice. Who did it? Who wrote it?
Yeah, he did co-write. Yeah, it will have been that one, I think, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Do for your
eyes. Stevie's got about the community poll being hard.
Oh no! Look who's here. Pre-code Mick.
I've been hijacked. Oh dear. We might have to rethink the whole voting system then if this is going to continue.
Yeah, and it's from people who, you know, were accepted and welcomed, particularly last night, and in William's case, before that. You know, I don't trust stunt rock as far as I could throw my own shit, really. But William, for all that, I think, you know, there's certain issues that he's got because he just the way he conducts himself. You know, I was prepared to cut him a lot of slack, but you know, if he's going to come on here later and not even apologise, even though apparently he has apologised to Ian. So if he's that makes no sense to me. Why apologise to Ian privately and then come on here and say, well, it wasn't me? Just own up to it if you've already done it in private. You know, we all know what you did. I know he's not here now. He's what? Did he say he was shopping or something like that? I don't.
Doesn't he sell records? Doesn't he? Has to go to the local post office and.
He's mailing records out, right?
Records, yeah.
You know, he was so good on the comedy thing when you know, he didn't have anything really to show relating to comedy apart from a few seasons of Seinfeld. But you know, he was positive and he contributed well. He probably didn't bore Loki as much as I did, going on about George and Mildred. But oh well, fuck him.
Yeah, he did do well.
Right. Don't upset yourself. Remember that in the UK VC, we adore George and Mildred, and are very proud that George Roper, aka Brian Murphy, was a resident of the town of Eastbourne for many years and famously stopped wearing his wig because everybody laughed at him when they saw him with his rug on.
Oh, bless him. I was at a convention that he was at. This was back in 2010, I think it was, or 2009, 2010. And I'd only budgeted to meet Bret Hart, you know, the wrestler, Bret the Hitman Hart. And I really wish, because I could have just sort of gone up and said hello to him, really, because security wasn't particularly that gung-ho back then. And I came home and I regretted, like, I should have gone up and at least got, did we have selfies in 2010? Maybe to an extent we did. I should have got a photo or something signed with Brian Murphy. And, you know, I mean, he wasn't exactly a young gent back then, and that was, 14 years ago nearly.
Have we lost him now?
No, he's still alive, I believe. I mean, we lost a lovely youth there in 1980.
80.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was dead sick when they were doing the film.
Yes, yeah. She was a terrible alcoholic. I mean, and when you do watch that film, you can kind of tell. Yeah, she doesn't look quite well, does she? But
no, she was very carrot and stick.
Yeah,
at that point.
But there was going to be another series of it after the film, and then when she died, they were going to change it to the spin-off, which just had George.
Well, said, put a bottle of
the other week. You know, Loki's going to love this if he's watching or watching the replay.
Don't seem to show up in the comments anymore for some reason.
No, they're watching. They're watching right now as we speak.
Lurking. Yeah. Oh, you'll always get that.
It's official. Yeah. Brian Murphy's alive. Murphy's alive.
Yeah, it's great, Brian Murphy. He joined last the Summer Wine, didn't he? When that was, I think that was long past its best. But you know, it was it was a nice retirement home for elderly,
for actors.
For the actors, really, weren't it?
Got Bridlington Hall.
Yeah, she was in an episode of Steptoe, weren't she? Yeah, one of Harold's girlfriends in a fairly early episode, I think that was. Yeah, she looked beautiful in it as well. She was, you know, Youtha Joyce. I'd say she was a fine-looking woman. I've got no qualms in saying that. Yeah, Loki, Tio, what have you got to say about that? Yeah, I also like Youtha Joyce. I think she's attractive. What of it? Yeah. Why don't you make fun of me over at the circus tomorrow about it? Why don't you? Yeah. Come on, bring it, bitch.
Oh dear.
Oh, look at the funny mood tonight. I make a coffee, a decaf, it'll calm me down.
Yeah. All the lurkers came out over at Pillman and showed her boobs.
Well, we've started the show off like this. Where's the music?
I'm not playing music.
Why not?
Because I don't need to. Because we're on here, you know. And I've already got a warning anyway, so I have to be a bit careful.
Oh no, yeah, you got to be careful. They're onto you.
They are indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not classed as a strike, but I'm guessing it is like a strike one, so to speak, you know.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, yeah. Talking about Rachel's ghost, I think this channel has got to be brought down. It's far too dangerous to live. It is an out of control monster. I didn't realise.
For how long?
You see, you're so sidelined by the lunacy that goes on with Mr. Mayo and Talk More Talk that you forget there's a lot of villainy coming from this channel. It's always been a hotbed for perverts as well.
Yeah.
Seeing as AGK's not here right now, I could mention his name. That she's done nothing but encourage him since the start.
Yeah. Well,
and I've got to say, I've got to defend Stunty because I like his grey hair. I think it's good that a man of his age is not using Grecian 2000. We don't like vain people.
No, they're all right. They're, you know, Stunty's all right. You know. It's his birthday today, isn't it? Isn't he having a birthday party or something like?
Oh, AGK.
No, Stunty.
Oh, I don't know. I can't keep up with him. He's always on, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
He's on one stream or another.
Yeah.
I tried to get on one of the streams. It's people who are usually on Rachel's channel quite a lot. And I saw they was having a stream. So I went over, I made one comment and I'll be blocked straight away. Straight away.
She absolutely hates you. Right. I mean, like with a vengeance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's just trying to shut down free speech and take us all down to her level.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And we will not in the UK VC, we will not stoop to these primitive savage levels.
No, we won't. We will fight.
Yeah, we'll fight them on the beaches. And pre-code Mick, what are you doing on this channel causing mischief? We've said our goodbyes. It's time for you to go. You must leave us now. You decided you wanted to hang out with BB and you know what she's up to. You know what sort of person she is. And you decide to take her side when she's the most ungodly person ever. Or is this William Hill's lawyer?
He's fine. He's okay.
All right, what's going on, fellas?
You know, William.
I'll hang out for Jimmy. We'll wait for him to get back. I'm a little early. I said 3:30.
I will be back in a minute or two. I'm waiting for my coffee to mash.
Oh, me too. You know, I had to get mine going as well. 1 second.
Eventful day then, William?
I just got back from the post office, you know, running up some stairs can get your breath kind of worked up a little bit there. But yeah, man, I guess I'll just start out by saying, like, I kind of figured you guys were above making like 20-minute videos about poll getting rigged. I think that's silly, number one. Number two, while I was showing records, I jumped off that stream to take a phone call. You might notice there. I jumped off the stream. And when I came back, for some reason, Blue Oyster Cult was blowing them out of the water. I thought it was funny. And Stunty was in the chat, okay? I will tell you right now, I have my YouTube open. I'm going to tell you exactly every single account that I have. It's going to sound ridiculous. I have 17 fake accounts, okay?
Right.
In addition
That
to...
is fucking ridiculous.
Right, but listen, this is me being honest with you, okay? I understand. You can tell me it's ridiculous, but this is also proof that I did not blow up this poll by 80, because I could not have. All right, so good. I'm glad to know that you think it's ridiculous, but we're going to talk about something for real, because if you guys want to spend 22 minutes on a video saying that you have the evidence, here's the evidence. All right, pimping vinyl, vilification Scrabble, pump rock confusion, which is my parody Stunty channel. Okay.
Right.
Then I have my real one, which I'm not going to tell you, the one that I don't troll on, my actual one, the non-pumping vinyl one. Then I have two more that I troll outside of the VC with. Then I have Pumping Coffee. I have one parodying The Buck Starts Here, or The Buck Stops Here. I have a Waxed. I have a Willie Strange Name. I have Fake Pumping Vinyl. I have Peter Stroke Smirk, which is a political jab for the VC. I have Donald Pump. Blaine Williamson, who is a character that I have trolled Beetle Babe with. When I talk to Beetle Babe, I talk to Beetle Babe through Blaine Williamson. I also have Sir William, honorary UK VC, which is what I was trying to chat with you guys to warm up to you guys and be your friend. But then I also have a fake Fancy Pants account that I was screwing around with Failure Pants with. So that's a total of like 17, okay? It is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. But if I vote, I voted after I saw Stunty had vote bombed that poll yesterday. I went in and 6 times. And I was like, you know what? I'm bored with this. If I vote anymore with any more troll accounts, it's not going to make any difference otherwise. I'm not going to waste my time with this stuff. And I chose to chat in with you guys with the one account, Pumping Vinyl. All right? I owe it to you guys to chat with my real account for once, like I am doing right now. Yeah. And then on top of that, I was showing, okay, in regards to the poll being rigged, I want to, in myself and Stunty's defense, yesterday, who showed the most records? Myself and Stunty. Who showed the best records? Myself and Stunty. Who said the most about the records we were showing? Myself and Stunty. So therefore, I think the poll should be trumped. BOC should win that because we brought the most to the table. Period. Plain and simple. End of story.
It's not how many albums you can show, though, William. It's just one dedicated album you have to show and talk about. It's not.
How many records did you show yesterday?
Those two.
Simon and G. How many records did you guys show yesterday?
None, because I wasn't on the panel.
Okay. And I showed, I could count. They're still sitting all around me.
Right, so you showing a bit of vinyl is justification, then that cancels out you screwing up with the poll.
Okay, showing vinyl, what you guys bitch about, okay? And now you guys traded 22 minutes of drama today.
No.
You're responding to it, okay?
We're not talking about how much vinyl. And here you guys are all starting it. You may or may not have shown.
I don't care. This is exactly what Chance did to me. And I'm sitting here on a panel 1 versus 3. Last time was 1 versus 7.
Well, no one falls.
I don't care. I'm going when I see drama, I'm pointing at it. You guys are. This is exactly what cancel culture is when you got 2 people who've done something, me and Stunty, but you guys want to blame me because you guys know Stunty. You guys like him. You're more familiar with him. But he has 80 troll accounts. He has Mazzy's Manosphere. He's oh my god. He has how many fake Pumping Vinyl accounts did he have? He had at least a dozen that I had to report that kept getting squashed. All right, this is the war I had with Stunty, and I had to create those fake accounts to go to war with Stunty. So I'm all right, okay?
You all right? You sure?
I'm a level 5+ troll with a trigger warning. We're going to find that out here on April Fool's Day. I've given my score away. But, for real, I'm tired of hearing bands like The Who. Wow, dude, what a boring-ass band.
That's not really the point, though, is it? It's like you should just have a couple of votes or something. There's no need to either of you to hammer a vote.
Box out of it.
Well, I mean, I hear this so often. People say the same old shit about records, talking about the same old bands, but wow, dude, nobody ever talks about Blue Oyster Cult. Shout out to Dave the Pickup Artist. All right, no, for real, dude. Here I am. I'm going on streams. The drama's on my channel, unless you guys want to bring it here. But the drama's on my channel. But in all fairness,
yeah, we know it is.
In all fairness, I talk about music and real. I talk about music from all eras. I show more vinyl than probably anybody in the VC.
Hang on.
And I don't show Funko Pops, Jim A. I mean, for real.
Yeah, I do. When I've done
make fun of AGK. I mean, I got your Funko Pop.
It wasn't against the law, although, as when it comes to Funko Pops, are you a fan of that cancel culture that you're supposedly against? Then is that it?
I'm not a fan.
Well, then why are you bringing that up then, like it's relevant? Like you showing some vinyl yesterday were relevant to the way you and that French idiot mucked that poll up.
It's totally relevant.
Why is it? Look, it seems even more. Here's the bloke you owe an apology to. It's not me. I'm just giving you my honest opinion.
For any of this. You guys are making a big
I'm
fuss
not
about
polite
stupid
as the
poll.
rest of these people.
Well, you've changed your tune,
You
Williams.
behave like a dickhead. I'll call you a dickhead to your face, William.
Ago.
I don't care how many troll
Classic
accounts you
episode.
have.
All right. Let Ian speak.
You both disgraced yourself as far as I'm concerned. So go on then.
William,
I'm still waiting for this so-called apology. So get on with it.
Yeah, you and I, but now there are other people involved, Ian, now, and his
grow
up into what it is.
Shut up.
I'm sorry?
You're going over the top, fella. It's dealt with. Move on.
I just want to say all you had to do today was make a 2-minute video saying who won the poll, and you would have moved on, and we wouldn't be sitting here bitching about it.
It's dealt with. We have dealt with it privately. Move on.
I know. That's what I'm trying to do.
Move on.
But we got I got to deal with Martin McGrath, who chose to make an 8-minute video in addition to yours, which you already got your video up, but then we got your UKVC troll.
William, what did I say to you earlier?
VC drama.
No, I said to you.
After our conversation, he's bullshitting with me in the comment section. When I said we already worked it out, but he chose to fucking bullshit with me in the comment section.
Oh, you're right.
It's Martin McGrath.
Like a China
And that's what happens when you make a 2-minute video like that. No, listen, you make a 20-minute video like that, and then
you don't get it, mate.
And then it spreads drama. No, it spreads drama. It's exactly what you
You're
did today.
spreading the drama. Just get over it. I thought we'd sorted it out.
You had to start crying over and then you made a whole video on it. And when you could have just said decision reverse.
William, at this point, a heroin addiction would be more healthy for you than YouTube, mate. I'm trying to, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to like.
You are a YouTuber, William, and you're that big like the rest of us. You're no one special, fella.
I never said I was, man.
Just move on. Dealt with.
Well, you're telling me to move on, man. You're telling me you're the one who started this little poll, bro.
William, what bit of move on don't you get?
I'm asking you the same thing.
I've moved on.
I've never heard Invisible Ray this quiet before.
I'm watching.
Look, William, if you carry on with it.
And I just wanted to say one thing.
You've just got to accept, take your medicine like a man. You admitted it, and we've got proof that you said it. So,
well, I got proof that you're blaming me.
Stunty
was the one who rigged the poll.
Look, right. I won't put anything past that skeevy hipster whatsoever. So if he was the one who did the lion's share, I can quite believe it. As soon as I saw him show up yesterday, I thought, oh yeah, great, we've got this two-faced arsehole. Now trying to ingratiate himself with Ian and with all the decent people on here. Whereas like the previous couple of days ago, whenever it was there slagging the whole fucking lot of us off at the circus.
Yeah, Zeb's right. Move on. I've moved on, but you're just stirring up again, William. What happened to that nice conversation we ended up having? Gone.
Don't move on.
Just
Keep
told
this
you.
going.
I just told you your VCUC troll was the one who had to troll me right after our conversation and lit the whole match, and he's not even here to be seen. Okay? He's gone. All right? But
what do you expect, William? Do you expect everyone to
I
say,
want
well, it's okay,
listen,
you're going to get your six
okay.
pen.
Martin McGrath made an 8-minute video right after you made your 22-minute video, completely unnecessary. Martin McGrath doesn't make content. And the video, all he's doing is spreading bullshit, spreading drama.
Yeah,
and
okay.
what's this all about?
We
All
know
right?
what Martin's like.
Yeah. What is
If you're not making content, what did I say on a recent stream? If you're in the VC making content, but you're not talking about your records, all you're doing is spreading drama. And that's what Martin McGrath did today.
What is it, Coco?
Look at him. Now he's saying he's joking, dude. This is the whole lack of responsibility that everybody's
William, if you're not man enough to take a little bit of criticism,
get rid of them.
Listen, I take criticism. I listen to everybody. You're not watching my channel enough if you don't think I take criticism. I mean, Ian, I just got done telling you today that when Rachel's Ghost is on, I watch your premieres because I want to listen to someone talk about music.
I've got no problem with that. But for God's sake, William, just let it go. For the sake of
No, don't let it go. Let's draw this out for a couple of hours.
Yeah, no, I agree. 9 hours stream bullshit. I want to talk about this all night until there's nothing better to do.
Smack. And you shouldn't encourage a drama addict to continue with all this drama and shit. Oh, come on. I know you think it's funny, Richie, and to an extent, yeah. But when it's mucking with people's channels, decent people like Ian and Dave and Simon, and like he ain't sorry. And I'm sure as shit, like the skeevy hipster ain't gonna be sorry either.
Right.
Even on his birthday, happy 75th birthday, however old you are.
I'm not sure how decent Simon is, though, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna just let you guys know I would never dare make a 22-minute stream about a poll that got rigged. All right.
I have a feeling you're gonna make one this coming
It's kind
Monday.
of a contest. It's a contest.
Actually, you know what?
The winner of that, I mean, sorry, I'm speaking for Ian here, and he can explain it better than me. But I was under the impression that like it does lead to like a prize being given out. Is that right, Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So like, that's not really fair, is it, to mess with that when people have got a chance of winning something, but winning something fairly. But look,
It's
you don't.
not a money thing. I've designed a T-shirt, a one-off T-shirt for the winner. I'm giving away mugs for the semi-finalists, just to get to the semi-finalists. It's not like your usual contest. I'm going to show you 10 records. I want you to show 10 records. I've done something different, and it was working. But it's been manipulated, and it's ruined it.
I am going to jump off of here. I am going to move on. I'm going to listen to you guys talk, say whatever you need to about me, or move on. Fair enough?
We could all be friends, William. We could all be friends.
That's all I was trying to do until I did. I mean, that's the thing. This morning, I jumped. Hold on. Do I need to answer any questions about Rachel's Ghost today or inviting the Wax on my channel?
No, William, it's your channel. You can invite who you want.
No, I'm for some reason getting heavy criticism because people.
I don't give a shit about them. I'm just waiting for you to apologise to Ian and apologise to the rest of us who voted fairly in that poll.
I've apologized to Ian. Jimmy, you ain't getting one.
Okay, right. What about Stevie then? What about Simon?
Jimmy,
what about Dave?
Stevie doesn't need one, and Martin McGrath owes me one, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't even
for that 22-minute bullshit stream. That's nothing but drama. This is one against another. I don't care. I recognize the bullshit. I don't care.
There's someone you really do need.
You've been swimming in the bullshit that you guys don't even know is wrong. Okay, you guys have been swimming in the bullshit for that long.
You really, really need to apologize to. And that's Mick from California.
Well, you know what? How about this?
No.
Wednesday, I'm going to start doing a stream Wednesday. We're going to settle this.
Be the better man and be the grown up and just like hold your hands up and say, "Okay, I'm sorry for what I did, everybody," and that'd be it. Then it'd be sorted.
All you're going to sleep on this for a few days. You're going to come to my stream Wednesday, and we're going to set my stream. We do that stuff. Okay, I'm not dealing with this. I made a 22-minute video. One stuff. You
Will
guys
you
can
stop whinging about a 22-minute video?
Yeah,
You're
it's
like an old
ridiculous.
broken record.
Ridiculous. I would never do anything like that, Ian.
Oh,
I
you've
can't
done
believe
some.
that. I thought you were
I've
better than
seen
that.
some of your shorts. They're a bit below the
I
belt.
didn't think you were better than it, William.
Those are parody shorts like Stark does, and they're not even nearly as good. I've said that myself, okay? All right? I'm trying to keep people entertained.
Will you give Mick an apology?
Who's Mick? Okay, tell me
Who-
who Mick is.
Who's Mick?
Yeah.
You're the one you bamboozled his entry into my competition, you numpty.
Are you talking about the poll?
He's a fellow BOC
Okay,
fan.
if you're telling
Yeah,
me that,
I'm a BOC fan.
okay, no, okay,
Believe
and
it or
everybody
not.
should be, okay?
But
Everybody
what-
should be to the point
because
that
you
everybody
think
should have
that
voted
the
for them
Who are
over
old
the Who
hat.
anyway.
Would you say that to Beatle fans? Oh, the Beatles are old hat. Or the Rolling Stones.
For real, we need to
no,
quit
because him
talking
and
about the
Stumpy
Beatles.
showed the
There's no
best
reason to talk
record.
about
Come
the
on,
Beatles or the
his
Stones
word.
anymore. It's
You
been
said
so
the Who
right
were
shit
there's so
old
many
news.
things that we
The
talk
Beatles
about.
are
Just,
old news.
I'm sorry, move on. Can we move on from the Beatles? Can we move on from the Who? Can we move on from Led Zeppelin? No, we can't, okay?
It's
Because
music.
we're too busy kicking BOC in the balls. Well, you know what? I'm going to have a BOC tribute show on Wednesday, and you're more than welcome to call in. Fair enough. Get some sleep. I'm going to jump off here and move on and get on with my day, all right? BOC rules. Fuck y'all. Later.
Oh.
Dear, oh dear.
For one, I think BOC are kind of overrated myself.
This isn't even about bloody Blue Oyster Cult. It's about vote manipulation. It could have been anything in Blue Oyster Cult. It could have been one of my bleeding Italo disco acts.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
With no one
only
apart
done
from
one
me
record.
in the
He doesn't
VC
get
even
it.
likes.
He doesn't
Yeah,
get it.
Pumping Vinyl doesn't take criticism very well.
Oh, he's all over the place. Drinks too much coffee.
Yeah, he drinks too much crap.
Yeah. Hit the nail on the head there, Ray, I think.
You need to take some Reds. Maybe some acid. Some acid might do him good, you know.
No, definitely not. He's too old for it.
Drama's
Yeah,
his
that's
main
true.
addiction. Go on, let's not get him hooked on anything else.
He'll be back up like AGK, sir.
Do that
Be
shirt,
careful.
Randy. I could make a shirt. Anyway, Blue Oyster Cult, I've got a new album coming out. Hey.
Oh boy.
I've only heard like the main, Don't Fear the Reaper. I'm sorry, that's probably quite
That's
sacrilegious.
the only song they did.
I like it. It's a good song. I don't want people to think, that everyone's against Blue Oyster Cult. What I've got, I've got no side to pick.
As I said this last night. If you like rock music, and if you're really into your rock music, like I am, I love Blue Oyster Cult. It's not all about Don't Fear the Reaper. There's some great songs, and they made some really naff ones.
Well, I'll admit it's the only one I know. So yeah.
I just can't get into them.
That's it. Yeah, if you can't get into bands, Richie, it's not the end of the world, is it?
Nah, it's not. It's not like people shouldn't take it personal.
No, I mean it's like when I rank someone's favorite album at the bottom. Oh, they have a hissy threat through the toys out the pram, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, it's an opinion.
Mentioning Funko Pops is below the bit. Yeah, it's always it's the same.
Here.
It's the same stick I get beat with every time someone texts against me. It's you collect Funko Pops. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Last I checked, it wasn't illegal. Not even in
you collect Funko Pops.
Shame.
Yes.
Oh, I'm out of here then.
Yeah, Charles has got it right. It's the integrity of the poll. There was nothing to do with the OC.
That's right. Yeah.
The trouble is when you come up and make statements like I've got half of these 29 votes are mine, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said anything, man. But I mean, for me, I don't think it's that big a deal. But I don't know. It's not my poll.
You
So.
don't understand. It's a man's reputation in the gutter.
Okay, Ray.
And he didn't apologise.
Well, as a true Trump supporter, they never apologize,
Sudden death cult will be more Richard. That's from Richard McCook. Excellent. Oh dear.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'll watch.
That's lovely seeing you anyway.
Yeah.
I've never been on with the legendary Vinyl Ricky before.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
No,
it's not that big a deal, really, is it?
no.
No, it isn't.
At the end of the day, Richie, we're just YouTubers having fun. We're not
Yeah.
superstars, are we?
No.
You know what was I watched. I didn't watch, I guess, the actual stream, but I watched the video this morning. And the part I thought was the funniest is when William said, "Greetings, William," and then he caught himself. I mean, it's like he has so many different accounts he can't even keep
I saw
track
that.
of them,
Well, why did he say hello
Yeah.
to himself? And then I thought, oh, hang on, he's forgot which stock account he's
Forgotten
in.
who he is.
17 stock accounts. I know you're still listening, William, and all I wanted to hear was you apologising and it being sincere, and you can't manage it. So, 17 sock accounts, 70 sock accounts. It means fuck all to me, to be honest.
Why do you honestly need so many accounts like that? I mean,
I
why?
struggle.
It's mental, isn't it? It's like there's something not quite right with someone who does that.
I struggle running my YouTube channel, Ranking the Obscure, and my private one. I have to remember what one I'm watching, and I've only got 2 channels.
Quick question from Zeb. What's the apology you accepted?
It was this afternoon, Zeb. But he's
in private.
But I don't think
Rob Walker.
No, this has got nothing to do with him, Ray. Keep that. Well, that's nothing to do. That's been resolved to a certain extent. All right. No need to talk about that one. No, I thought it was going to be okay, but I did say, and I've said it twice now, that he's coming at it like a bull in a china shop. And if you're watching, William, I think you're an okay guy, but just take it down a notch.
So did I, and I was chatting nicely to him in. I think it was in the chat in Simon's last week, and I was just, and he took some things I said personally, which there were no need to, because I've been perfectly friendly and civil to him, because I thought, William's someone who, if he wants to, he can make a positive contribution on his own channel and certainly on other people's, and he has done to an extent. But then it's like it's all these feuds that he's got going on, and he felt the need to, with or without Stunt Rock, inclusion or not, he felt the need to just totally decimate what was a legitimate poll in a legitimate vote, a legitimate contest. And
the thing is, I thought I owed that to my regulars who watch week in, week out. Have been there when we were there. Was me and the dog and about 6 people. And I mean, Mick, the guy in question, is a very loyal subscriber. He's been a subscriber since literally day one.
Poor Nick.
William, you're still going on about it.
Thought you were above making a video like what? How many Williams videos are like? Is he calling someone or another out? I've lost count of the amount of people who he's taken against. Just since I've known him, and I've not even known him that long, only a few weeks, really.
Yeah, the last, I think it was 2 weeks ago, his Monday live stream. Half the time I didn't know what he was talking about. He's mentioning all these people I've never heard of, and I don't know. Well, I'm going to take off.
Right then, Richie. See you later.
Well, you could stay a bit longer until. Oh, he's gone. It's too late.
Oh.
Well, it's over and done with now.
Yeah.
We shouldn't really have an American here.
I've got better things to do.
That's what I tried to explain. Like it's been dealt with, but it all gets dragged back up again. Right, I'm gonna get myself a cup of tea. Be back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
Anyway.
Now that Nazi's gone. Now
I
Simon's
would
full.
show some 7-inch punk singles, but I ain't got any not many singles. Has it been dealt with? Well, I thought it had until about half hour ago.
Mm.
What is the truth of the matter?
It did, Martin has apologised to William, so
Yeah, apparently Martin made a video. I had no idea.
no, but we know Martin.
No, thanks, Martin. But I didn't even know you made videos. I'll.
But no, if you've apologised,
If you make content, I'll subscribe to you. I don't believe in subscribing to people, just because they might watch you, but they've got 0 videos on. So I sub to a lot of people anyway. And I ain't got the time to watch them all, but I'm not going to sub to people who've got nothing to actually watch. I do want to watch at least one thing from everyone. Really, you don't make content, fair enough.
Yeah, but at least you've said sorry to him. That's fine. I know that I only made that video because today, talking with Dave and Simon, who are moderators of the live stream, that it was only fair to my subscribers and my viewers that watch the live stream because
I mean, you've got to be the one who's transparent in all this and say, look, that if there's people who have looked at that poll today and thought, and they didn't watch the live stream or anything last night, and they thought, hang on, what's going on here? Then you've given them that explanation as to why it's so out of whack, and that's fine. If William thinks that that's a personal pot shot at him, then that's his bad.
We're all got YouTube channels. We're open. If you don't want to be open to criticism, don't do any content at all, because that's what it's all about. You're going to get. I get loads of abuse about some of my rankings. I mean, they don't stay up. I had one last week put in the withheld because this bloke was effing and jeffing at me. And YouTube went, "Way, that's going in there." Because I've been told all sorts.
Can we see some Funko Pops, please? You certainly can. You've come to the right place.
Yeah. So I'm. Yeah. It's education, Martin. That's why it's obscure. I don't just do. Okay, I do the.
He likes the Wurzels.
He likes the Wurzels. No, we haven't done the Wurzels. But no, so I've said this, and I said this the other week. We're not. None of us are superstars. We are YouTubers, channel creators.
What's down to earth?
And that's it. We're nothing special. There's millions of us on YouTube. Millions of us.
I've got my show.
We're all nobodies.
We are really.
All nobodies together.
That's all right. That's all right, Zeb. Yeah, you're always. I like Zeb's comments because he's engaging and we're talking about music, and we don't. If we all agreed everything that's right, boring. I mean, on Sunday, I was saying things that were crap that you didn't think were crap, or Jason. But that's what music does, and it's done in the best possible taste. People shouldn't.
Richard McCook, come up here quick.
I once had a comment saying I was in Nicker and must be high on drugs.
All this
I
control.
mean, when I was recovering from Bell's palsy, I had some nasty comments. But I just made a short video saying living with Bell's palsy, explained to people, moved on. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, we did. That's I love doing that rockabilly. We're going to do a bit more rockabilly. I know we are, and because I like it.
I think you're the only streamer in that talks about music now, aren't you?
Probably.
Probably.
I'll tell you what. I still have.
We ranked the 80s singles the other day.
I know.
I haven't even put them records away yet.
I've just been right.
Hang on, exclusive news for Jimmy.
Oh.
The photos have been done. And the new thumbnails will be appearing as from April the 1st, and it's not a joke.
Ah, okay. Excellent.
So each different type of video has got its own unique
yeah.
Okay, you're going to get like album rankings. It's always going to be the same. For retro, it's going to be the same. But it's not me and a green jerk going. They were passed on to the for approval to my graphic design manager in Israel, and she gave it the thumbs up. So we're cooking on gas.
I say, how can we cope? Like Ranking the Obscure's gone international. He's got people working for him like in another continent. Yeah.
Yeah, all my latest sort of branding, that is down to Naomi.
Mm.
I have the ideas.
No, Marty, I don't.
Yeah, that's down to her. So she takes a lot of the credit for the thumbnails. So yeah, Lee and I had lots of fun making these things. I wanted like a nice dark screen so I could, do the PNGs. So I got a sheet, put it up, put the camera on a tripod. It was all technical stuff, Listening to music and taking photos. What a way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah, Ray doesn't have these problems, do you, Ray? Being the one-man band.
Yeah.
Does your own thing, don't you?
You have to.
I see you moved on to doing the 80s now, Ray. A bit more than the 60s.
No, it's not me. It's AGK's Time Travels. He's in charge of most of it. Yes.
Of course he is. Yeah.
It's part of his rehabilitation into the community plan.
Right. Okay. But anyway,
we'll wish him well, I'm sure. It's not the 80s, actually. It's the 70s, the 60s, and it will be the 90s too. So stay tuned to Invisible Rays and AGK and Blanche Mayo's channel.
Going into uncharted territory then with the 90s.
UK VC.
Yeah. He's doing it again. They blamed it all on me. No, I didn't. I blamed you and Stunt Rock confusion. I do have to keep repeating myself, William. When will it ever sink in? I'll blame anyone who openly admits to having at least 17 troll accounts, for Jesus Christ's sake. Get a grip.
Stunty's got 80, apparently. 80. That's insane.
What
does it have to,
yeah, I don't care if it is your birthday, Stunt Rock. Behave, will you? 80. What is your fucking problem? So that's the thing. Simon and Ian, they're gentlemen. Well, I'm not. I fucking tell you, you're behaving like a pair of pricks.
I'm all right, Dusty. Thank you very much.
Well, Dusty Springs is here. Come up here, Dusty, and bring Groovy with you.
Yeah, come up, Dusty.
And you come up, Stunty, with your grey hair.
Did I take it seriously? What context?
I like this little silence while we take our little sips and
Dusty.
It's worn me out, all this aggression tonight.
I'm not having a bit again.
It's been a lot.
I don't know. It depends on your definition of fit. I mean, when did I have my last one, Doctor?
It's one thing after another, isn't it?
You're the other person who apparently owes people a big apology. No, but like I trust you even less than I trust pumping vinyl. So I'm not even going to ask you for one. So that's up to you and whatever conscience you may or may not have.
No, that's what William said. That's what William said earlier, Stunty.
Oh yeah, William's speaking for you. He's got his hand up your arse and speaking for you there.
Yeah.
So rebuttal.
So I'm just going what he can't speak. What William has said.
It was both of them.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I mean, Steve is right, and Dave can concur with this. There was at least 60 plus irregular votes.
You've certainly got some soccer counts, Stunt Rock, because I mean I've seen evidence of them. I mean everyone has. It's hardly an open secret, is it? It's just open. It's not a secret at all. The previous one was when I claimed I went on around to talk shit about William. Well, I didn't actually say you were talking shit about William. I said you're talking shit about us, about those of us who go on ranking the obscure. So. Which you went ahead and did yourself yesterday. So must be nice having your finger in all those pies and laughing at people behind the back. Except it's not behind the back, is it? Because if you're going to do it in Rachel's Ghost, there's nothing more public. Yeah.
Aha. So you
deny
that?
I deny what you're saying because I know it's not true. I know I'm a liar as well. So, yeah. Your birthday must be a roaring success if you're spending it on YouTube talking to me. I barely even know you. All I know of you is that you're fucking sleazy.
It's getting from bad to worse.
It is.
Come on, be a stunty. Defend your honour.
Yeah, on your birthday.
I think the link's the chat. I'll send another link out.
Canada sucks. Ian, what's your favourite Octopussy's theme all-time high or License to Kill? Gladys Knight.
License to Kill.
Good choice.
Both good, but all-time high takes it for me. But I've grown to like License to Kill a lot.
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
not the worst. I think the worst Bond theme is Sam Smith's.
Oh yeah, it's not brilliant.
Yeah, that'll bottom of the pile.
It's dour. It's boring. Adele's isn't much better.
It's his voice.
It's crap, isn't
I
it?
like Billie Eilish's though, because she sings that with emotion.
Mm.
At least she's singing something. It's a slow song, but it's sang with emotion, and I don't mind. I don't mind slow songs for Bond films if it's sang with some emotion. About that, Adele was just saying, "Look at me, I'm doing a Bond film," and Sam Smith's just Sam Smith, aren't they?
Yeah, Larsland.
Yeah, Astro Zombie. Yeah, I'm not a brilliant fan of Billie Eilish, but I think she did that Bond film is when you've watched the film and then you listen to that song, you go, "Oh yeah, she really gets into the brain."
That'll be me.
Yeah, that'll be
I
you, Jim.
don't know you either. You know, like does the fact we've not exchanged phone numbers and sock sizes exclude either of us from having an opinion? Because it doesn't exclude me from having an opinion on someone with multiple troll accounts fucking up the ranking the obscure battle royal poll. So be a man and admit it. Ray's asked you to come up. Why don't you come up and admit what you've done? Or if you'd rather not do it on your birthday, I'm sure you'll get an opportunity in the near future. Not from me. I wouldn't give you the steam off my piss, let alone let you on to anything that I'm doing on YouTube. But
all I'm going to say is
last night and gave you what seemed like fucking 4 hours. Simon will let anyone on because he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
exactly. Zeb.
Yeah,
Well,
look at that. You see Seb's comment. He's man of the hour, as he always is.
to be honest.
Well, the evidence points to both of them, but it's like I say, it's not
They're
my
both-
fault.
they're both
I'm just someone who voted in it and thought that my vote actually counted, but not when we've got the bloody troll army patrolling the polls and the streams and everything.
No, it's just all very confusing. I mean, we will be, because this has been very successful, there will be another similar competition later in the year. And I think the rules will be a little bit more stringent, unfortunately.
Case of Harrington.
Yeah, we're Simon and I and Dave had a conversation after we'd finished, and we are going to really look at how we can prevent this. There may be only one place to vote.
Yeah.
By letter.
Yeah. By proxy.
Send it in on a postcard, and then we can do what they used to do on Vision On. Say, because we get so many, we can't send them all back to you.
It costs you like £1.50 for a stamp, doesn't it?
I know it's a joke. Yeah, what's going on there, Simon?
Yeah, well, that's the post office.
It seems they don't want to carry letters anymore, isn't it?
They don't. They want to. Royal Mail want to rid themselves of the whole letter industry, I think.
Yeah, they want rid of it. No more paper.
No. They
don't
want
I'll give Stunty issue. We have spoken about this, so I know a bit more, and I've got no problem. But whatever's happened, and we can learn from it. Thank you, Alexa. She didn't know that one.
Just
Stunty game.
Yeah, whoever's done it, don't do it again, or you'll be sent to the naughty step again. Yeah. So that's great. It's dealt with. William, we have finished with it. Okay.
I'll bet you £1,000 we haven't.
Don't think they're going to manipulate or do anything like that again. We have got a lot of people who will be watching this now.
Yep.
There is bigger.
Soldiers of the night.
This competition is like
it's all good. It's all good for the circus tomorrow, isn't it?
And that's
comparable to the World Cup. This competition.
Poor old Nick still thinks Ian Jury with voting was rigged. Stewart's inquiry.
Yeah, Ian's very forgiving tonight, don't you think? Considering we haven't had one apology yet off either of these miscreants.
I'm happy with what I've done privately. I do most of my sort of that privately. I don't like airing my dirty washing to the world. It's sorted, like other things. Sorted. Move on. Let's just go on and do what we're good at. And if you don't like what Simon, Jimmy, or myself do, don't watch it. We're not going to lose sleep over it.
No. Look, I collect little bits of plastic. I collect little dollies that you don't like. You've got to watch them. It's the law. I don't care if I say I'm part of the VC. but I also collect dolls. You watch them. It's Funko Pops.
Show us your favourite one then, Jimmy. Show us your
All
favourite one.
57 accounts of William.
Favorite? Oh God, I've got so many. It's difficult to choose.
Rank the Funko Pop.
Every third person is William.
Oh God, I've got rid of a load.
Well, one of my hobbies, and I can't do it in this small place.
But you're going to laugh at this, and I don't care.
George and Mildred.
No.
Hey, yeah, I also like George and Mildred, and you know what? You know what would be perfect if they brought out George and Mildred Funko Pops. I would do a video dedicated to Loki Tio about that.
That's one of my hobbies.
Have you seen the box set? You've got Man About the House, George and Mildred, and Robin's Nest.
Yeah, I mean that's perfect.
Too much
70s comedy for me.
And one of my other hobbies is model railwaying. And don't say it's uncool because Rod
I knew it.
Yeah, no, I do that. Funko thoughts
Rod
and
Stewart.
prayers. Right, yeah. You do realise it's more than just me who collects them, don't you? It's like I'm not just like one man on a desert island relating to that, you know. Your beloved mother, Rachel, for one thing, likes them stunty. You know, that's just one person off the top of my head. Happy hippie, Rod. He's always got something in the background. But, you know, because it's like, let's pick on, like, you know, this bunch this year. You know, that's what will single me out for. Well, you know what? You know, I collect Funko Pops. I don't collect fucking kiddie porn or scat porn or anything like that. So, you know, I suppose that's a slight improvement in it, collecting little plastic collectibles.
There's probably a whole
but what about
community
this
out there, isn't
railway thing?
Railway modelling, it's a skill. It's an art.
Is this a double O gauge?
But I'd never be able to get into it because, like, you just need to dedicate so much time to it.
I used to have N gauge when I was younger, like when I was kids.
Why am I comparing Funkos to porn? Well, it was, you know, it was in defence of Funko. To be fair, Brad.
Well, I'm feeling my drinking tonight. Another one of these independent breweries.
How many people are watching now?
What pile am I supposed to put up then, William?
I'll go and have a look for Martin.
He's off.
Oh, your
He's
mate's
off to the fridge.
Me. Why are you comparing Funkos to porn?
I have got one. It's of Meredith from The Office, and she's got a tit out, and she's got a lady bits out. But like in the show, they blurred, they pixelated.
Martin, that's what I'm drinking.
That's about as porny as my collection gets. But she's a grown woman.
What's that? 4%.
What's this one? 5.3.
It's not very daring, is it?
Daring enough for me. I've got a real nice collection of things, and I've actually got one. Where's it gone? Oh, it's disappeared. Well, I've got one that's got a train on the front.
Oh, was it Ian? Is it your channel? What's got the Wallace and Gromit balloon?
It probably does, Seb.
Wallace and Gromit?
Probably, I don't know.
I've got a Wallace and Gromit on mine.
Oh, no, maybe it's someone else.
Certainly not. I've got
question
one.
for you, Ian. Question from Stevie here.
So I hope we're going to be fully consulted about the way forward for the last vote. Yeah, we'll come up with a thing. We are on it, aren't we, Simon?
We'll think of something.
UKVC.
We're
When
on.
does the actual vote on the post end? Is it midnight tonight?
No, the post for the community will end at midnight on Wednesday.
Right. Okay. So will it be worth hanging on till then?
Yeah, basically, if anyone voted last night on my live stream, if you want to go and vote for whatever album, Go and do it in the community. That stays up till midnight when Dave will take it
I'm
down.
not getting involved.
No, it's the community poll, Charles. What Dave's looking at is it's about right for any normal poll vote. It's what we expected. The community poll is bent as a 5 bob no. Basically, it's not being counted.
I wonder why. But all those people who go to the time and effort of making numerous sock accounts, would it suddenly be like, oh, Ian knows, I've spoke to Ian, I've apologised, I've said my piece.
Well, I'm going to go and check.
It doesn't stop me creating dozens and dozens of troll accounts because I'm that much of a sad bastard.
Well, I've got to go. I'm afraid.
I think I tell you what will happen.
Yeah. All right then, Ray.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, it's now Secret Treaty's winning. I really, this one has just been totally bamboozled.
Probably got an army of them doing it. Yeah.
I just can't believe it. People are so childish and immature and think it's funny. It's not funny.
It spoiled it for everybody else, doesn't it? We'll have to think of something then, won't we? If this is going to be the case. Or we just let the quad win by default. And then see what next week brings.
Oh, takes me back to all that George Bush and Florida business. You remember that? Yeah, it's all these Americans and that, isn't it? They just don't like a fair democratic vote. You know, it's just because they don't live in a true democracy like we here. I'm not getting involved in that British thing. Yeah, why don't we have a debate about the England shirt? That'll be fun, won't it? Yeah. You know what? Ireland's my team. I don't really care what sort of flag's on it, but I do object to the price they charge in 125 quid for a replica shirt. Bloody hell!
I'm going to WhatsApp Dave.
When in doubt, blame the Yanks. I think all your future polls will be bamboozled. That's quite possibly, I think.
Jimmy Barnes music never. As in the Australian guy. Yeah, no, that's another RG trope, isn't it? Oh yeah, the Australian guy. Although he was actually born in Scotland. I don't know why I retain that information. His real name's not Barnes either. It's something else. I would look it up, but I can't be bothered.
I think Roger Feeney should get a buy into the next round as the vote in the stream was compromised. I tend to agree.
I just don't want, especially William, but I don't want anyone to think that Blue Oyster Cult are being kind of slated for no good reason. It's like a persecution against them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a big Blue Oyster Cult are actually my favourite American band.
It's not the point what it is or who it is. It's what's happened. It's what they've done.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
and neither of them want to make even a remote stab at a proper apology to people like Stevie, for instance, and Nick, and anyone else who's voted, and Dave, of course.
Steve's going to come on.
A lot of hard work.
Steve's going to jump on in a minute.
And the sorry, I forgot his name, Ian, but the guy who submitted the BOC album, Mick.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Mick. So sorry for Mick.
Yeah. Well, so as long as you had your fun, stunt rock and pumping vinyl or vilification soup or whatever stupid you're using today, as long as you've had your fun, that's all that matters, isn't it? Just like that psychotic priest in that episode of Father Ted, except that he wasn't quite as deranged as you, Per.
No, it's Mick's not. It's not Pulsar. It's that's Gary. Mick's MG11 something is his thing. Right, I'm going to go sing. I'm going to give Dave a call on Alexa, so I'm going to mute for a minute.
Steve's going to come on in a minute, so I expect you want to talk
Brendan Grace, that's it. Yeah, Brendan Grace. It was a big Irish comedian, weren't he? Oh, he passed away, I want to say about 10 years ago.
Remind me of the character again?
Father Finton Stack, I think his name. It was the episode. I forgot the name of the episode, but it's where Father Jack gets sent to St. Clabert's because he has the hairy hands. Disease, and they replaced Jack with this really sort of horrible psycho priest.
Yeah. I put your head for the fucking wall. Yeah, I remember.
Young men rolling around in shorts. That's the sort of thing you like looking at.
He has this stereo, doesn't he? He keeps.
I've had my fun, and that's all that matters. That's yeah. The
right. Dave will call me back in a minute.
I love Father Ted Martin. Massive fan. I would have talked about it more in Simon's comedy stream the other week, but I love 3 was enough for me to go on about. And I want for the 90s, I wanted to focus on the detectives.
It came on like a time where there wasn't much going on, was there, regarding Father Ted in the late 90s? Like Only Fools and Horses had kind of like stopped in sort of like mid 90s, hasn't it? And there wasn't really a lot else out there. And Father Ted was it was on, and it was the go-to of all comedies. So I really appreciate that series.
Yeah, it's an outstanding piece of work, Father Ted. Love it, and obviously it was a tragedy that Dermot Morgan passed away. Just what was it, a day or 2 days after they finished filming, something like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He was even, he kind of looked older than he was. He was like only mid-40s.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
That was a great series.
Yeah, Father Stone's in, and Father Ted Crilly was in as well. Is in as well. Yeah. All right. I might have been on a bit of an anti-soccer count. Rant, but I can't deny I do like seeing Ted and Father Stone in the chat, even though I disapprove of soccer counts, especially when pricks are using them to mess with other people's channels.
Yeah, I know the writer's been basically culture cancelled, hasn't he?
Graham Linehan, yeah. I mean, the trouble with Linehan is, I mean, a lot of the stuff he said. I mean, I'm not going to, we can have a debate about the trans issue if you really want to, but I mean, I don't want to sort of, put everyone on a massive downer. What he says. What he says. To a point, it's like, okay, you're making some very fair points, but if you see Linehan on Twitter now, I mean, he's kind of over the sort of threshold for, he's that's all he cares about now. You can tell, like, he's got nothing else going on in his life. It's sad, really.
Right, Stevie.
Yeah, I'm ready as well. Hi, Stevie. Sorry.
Could I just come on quickly? I don't want to stale because I am a little bit annoyed and upset as Ian and Co are. I think because I mean I just want to say I wouldn't mind losing at all as long as it was fair. Because but I'm not really sure you can put one through over the other, or you've either got to put both through by default because you wouldn't have known who'd won, or put neither through and just accept the whole thing's blown, which creates a huge problem for the rest of the competition. But there it is. I mean, on paper, it might look like Quadrophenia would have won, but you don't actually know that. Who is it? Who is the Blue Oyster Cult chap? Is it Mick or Nick that put the nomination up?
It's Mick, I think Ian said. Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be good to get his views and then get my views together and sort of see if we can progress a way forward together. But maybe some sort of rerun. But if they're gonna mess about with it, I just hope whoever did it is really happy with themselves, that they've destroyed sort of what was a very nice feeling, and and just thinking it is that kind of swamp area where they think they can just come on and mess with everything and everything's okay, but it's actually people's good hard work and then people's enjoyment.
I'm sticking for people like you, Stevie, and Ian and Simon and David and Nick and everyone else involved to some small or larger extent. I've just taken the tack tonight. I'm going to be as blunt as I want, really, because Simon's kindly given the platform for people to be as blunt as they want. And if people like William and Stunty, who have got form for this sort of thing, don't like that, and they want to pick at me, that's fine. But it doesn't alter the fact that, just a simple and honest and felt apology would have done.
Well, I worked out, I went through watched it all back. I went through the entire chat and the results coming up, and it's very obvious, you don't get sudden 36 votes for Blue Oyster Cult in 14 minutes, or 68 votes that shouldn't be there. No. And you get zero movement on the community tab because you can't do it on the community tab.
Yeah.
So there's about between 60, 68 votes or even 80 votes that shouldn't be there. And I feel really sorry for Mick, because he's ruined his nomination. He's ruined my nomination as well. So he deserves an apology. Ian and Co deserve an apology. I deserve an apology. And it's not, I can only speak for myself. It's not over for me. I'm fuming about it because it's kind of ruined the good feeling. And, people come up, they put effort in.
I agree. Yeah.
I enjoy putting the effort in, and I really enjoyed the afternoon looking at the cover, researching bits that I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, it was obvious, you spent some time on that, and for those arseholes to just take it as a joke, and they still think it's a joke. So
I won't be as blunt as you have been, but I'll just say, whoever's done this, we never talk again. You stay away from my channel. We never talk again.
No one likes me. Everyone hates me. I'm going to go and eat worms as soon as this is over, and
we like each other.
And cry with my Funko Pops. So
No, I don't mind Funko Pops.
I know plenty of people. Some people love them. Some people can't stand them. But it's just like that seems to be the one of the sticks to hit me with at the moment. Oh, like that guy. Don't listen to his opinion because he collects little dollies as well.
Well, if you enjoy something, why not collect? I mean, there are people. If I had a library of Shakespeare behind me, books that I like buying, but I never actually read them, people would say, "Oh, you're into Shakespeare? How respect worthy." Well, I could enjoy that. So what's the difference enjoying something else? So it's what you enjoy. But people have ruined the enjoyment of this thing. So I just hope those people. I put a comment. Let me just say, I put a comment on the community, which has just been ruined as well. I hope those people, you find some joy and value and happiness in your life, and stop shitting on other people that are actually making a contribution. And actually, I think they just don't like us enjoying ourselves and having a good time. So all those people that float around shitting on things, go somewhere else and shit somewhere else over in that swamp area. So anyway, I think we'll have to do a rerun or think of something else, and carry on. But it must carry on, because we can't let them spoil it. So, but anyway, thank you for your bluntness, Jimmy, earlier, because I agree with it totally.
No, I thought might as well. It's going to be my only chance to kind of say
well,
how I really feel
This is the
without
place
fear
for
of reprisals.
Yeah. This is what I open this up for people to come on here and talk freely, So.
Whereas me, I just wanted to talk about Bond movies tonight. I was happy enough to.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have another account. I wouldn't dream of having another account. I mean, what's the point? Because if you do, that's kind of like your.
Well, what is the point? I mean,
your path for being a sado, isn't it? Really.
Pumping Vinyl made some weird excuse about he needed to have so many troll accounts because Stunty had more than him. Or I don't know. I couldn't make head and tail of it.
But whoever's responsible, we never talk again. You're done with me. So just to let whoever it is know,
and that people, that's that's a true gent. That so.
Yeah, well,
way more of a gent than I'd be about
it.
Well,
thanks for coming up and standing up for that, because I think these people do need talking to like that. They do need to just have it.
Yeah, like if someone doesn't say to these fuckers, "Oh, you're being dickheads," then
because it turns people away from having a good time or taking part. We want to be encouraging people to take part and enjoying stuff and getting into it, or getting younger people coming along, enjoying the stuff that we enjoy and showing it to them and showcasing it to them. And what does it say to them if they're like, can't do a poll and people come shitting on things? It's just ridiculous. So grow up, you idiots.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anyway, I've said my piece.
Yeah.
So I haven't really got anything else to say.
Very well, you did say,
you're not
Steve.
wrong. You're not wrong, Stevie.
Yeah.
I did email my notes to Dave and Ian today, but they just released that video just as I emailed them. So I'm sure other people saw the irregularities as well. So
like I say, I was only in the chat, and well, that's irrelevant. With it being always a drama-free zone every Thursday, I wasn't going to suddenly start like, all right, who's mucking up this poll and like obsessing over it. And I figured it'd be looked at today, certainly by.
If I'm honest with you, I can't really fathom that people would be so keen on Never Mind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols over Technique. You think there would be a bit more of a showing. So there might have been signs of this before. You never know. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious now, and I don't want to be suspicious.
I mean, I addressed that earlier. I mean, if someone had gone to bat for me and made a load of troll votes, fake votes for Technique, I would have still been annoyed, because it's not a legitimate win, is it? Like, it's not a necessarily legitimate win for Blue Oyster Cult. It's just some case of knob rot on the seedy side of YouTube, thinking they're big and clever.
I mean, you got somebody that like Ian and Dave, and they create a good show. Then you got people that come on and try and contribute and make it work, and then people have a good time. Then you got the audience that also make it work. And then you got some dickheads that come along and shit on it. It's like a chain. We all need to be cooperating with each other. So and no, we're not moving on. There isn't any moving on.
Stevie's got a right to say how he feels.
I can say what the hell I like.
Especially given it's what now, like about an hour and a half, and we're still waiting for your apology, William.
And I nominated that, and I put quite a bit of effort in myself. So I'm representing people that wanted to vote for that particular album. Thank you very much. And somebody's come out. You've just ruined my good work and the enjoyment that the voters have had. So well done. Great, thanks.
You've got every right to come up here and have your say, Steve.
I am a bit annoyed and I'm a bit angry.
Well, understandably.
And now William's like trying to suppress your freedom of speech, your free speech.
And don't take me for granted, and don't take Mick's nomination for granted either.
No. It's just as unfair to him. Yeah.
What you're giving us now is a problem. But Pumping Vinyl, you're trying to insult me in the chat. That's fine. We never talk again. You're done. So thanks. I hope you find some value in your life.
It's been up once already, Dead Wax, and
But it's just unfortunate people have to ruin things, you know. They don't have to, of course.
Yeah.
But
Didn't have to come to any of this, did it? You know, I mean, like it accepted like 1 or 2, even 3 votes, but when it's like ridiculous numbers, it's
don't tally with the live chat or
yeah.
And then we've got people in open site, with the multiple accounts. William's been very vocal about his. We learned it was 17 of them.
I mean, who can compete?
French chat's got supposedly 80, which might be an exaggeration, but I know for a fact they've got some.
Majority of people have the 1 vote, and someone's got 17. That's like 17 people, isn't it? Or 18 people, or whatever it is. It's unfair, and you can't. Yeah. If you can't play fairly, then there's no point to it.
No need for it. Why even make the effort? I mean, I'm sure it's not a lot of effort to be switching accounts and logging in. I don't know. I've got this account. I've got one that is like dormant because it's like me where I'll set up again if anything happens to me main one. But I don't use that. I've not even logged into it in God knows how long. So I just survive on this one. So but I do understand people do have secondary accounts for various purposes. Like I think Nick said earlier, he's got one that he uses for sort of non-music stuff. Ian, I think, said he has one like that he keeps sort of private as well. But it's not sort of like with different versions of pumping vinyl and vilification soup and whatever French humour's in at the moment.
I mean, try creating something. Try creating a decent video or a decent short. Try making a contribution that's positive. Stop this kind of washing machine of this like laundry machine of negativity that you're trapped in.
Show a record, Jimmy. Yeah. 60 odd record roundups, numerous unboxings, but nothing you'd be interested in, William, obviously. But you might see a little bit of vinyl in amongst the hours and hours of content that I've put into my channel over the past few years. Possibly you'll see some records, but don't I can't promise you'd enjoy anything like that. So.
Anyway, folks, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for having me on, and have a good
That's
evening.
right,
We'll find a solution.
Stevie.
All right, cheers.
Bye. See you later, mate. All right, bye.
Oh, I kind of wanted to say this while Stevie was up, but oh well. I didn't. I didn't realize how serious the poll thing was. I didn't know it was that serious of a thing.
Well, yeah, because Ian and Dave, I like to give Dave credit where it's due because he helps Ian to run the channel. Just because we don't see him and we only really hear him on a Thursday, I know he puts in a lot of work like Ian does. It's just they wanted to do a fun thing like a contest. Was it knockout tournament type of thing? I know they called it a round robin. Then I don't know if that's correct. Oh, Stevie's back.
Hang on, sorry.
No, I didn't even realize it was a contest.
Well, it's just an ongoing. I mean, it's only a small thing. It's part of the stream, but it keeps people interesting, and it's just a bit of fun. But it's something we're having fun with. I mean, nobody takes it that serious. I don't mind. I mean, with something like Quadrophenia, you're probably not going to win over a lot of the American audience. So maybe I wouldn't make it to the final. That's fine. But it's just people making a contribution, having a debate and having a vote. It's providing something positive for people to take part.
Ian makes videos Royal every week. He puts the time and effort into making that content and to keep this Battle Royal, this concept going. If people aren't interested, that's fine. If it's not for them, then it's not for them. But it doesn't mean that like all the hard work that he's done, Dave, and all the other people who may be involved in some way, that it's not important. Oh, it's just a laugh. It doesn't matter. We can fuck around with it.
It's not putting out like a plate of food that you've lovingly prepared for somebody to go along and just stick their fingers in. Yeah. It's
You don't know your American audience very well. While I was off, I was on earlier, but while I was off, I just created 20 new fake accounts, and I'm really gonna fuck up your poll next week.
Well, it might not be one. That's the point, you know.
Yeah.
You got to be in the
So people nominate records, and that's what's going on. Is that what was?
In the original draw, people nominate. Well, Ian's here; he can tell you himself.
Right, hope you're feeling better soon, Mike. Anyway, you got COVID, so hope you get over that.
Yeah,
quick.
basically, I wanted to do a competition that's a little bit different, Richie. So what I did, as us in Britain, we love our FA Cup. So I thought, let's do a competition based on the FA Cup. And I thought, why not have the greatest album according to the Obscurians, which is the name of my gallery. So I put a video up and people put in their nominations. We did a draw. Round one went perfectly. Everyone got into the spirit of things. Everything up till this one, where someone thought that the Who are old hat and don't exist anymore, and BOC ruled. And it was absolutely bamboozled.
And I have a feeling they're all going to be bamboozled from here on out.
Yeah, I do. I've just spoken to Dave. We've taken the poll down now. It's gone.
Well done, Ian.
But I'll be contacting you, Stevie, and I'm going to be contacting
I appreciate
Nick.
it. Yeah.
And we're going to have a discussion behind closed doors and see how we go forward.
Hey, Ian, is there a way to see who is actually voting on this poll, or is it
you
just?
Can't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, William, go and do one. You have ruined this, and this competition now is in jeopardy.
What was the Pet Sounds comment?
Simon, do you want to bump him?
Hey,
do you want to bump him and just get him out of the chat?
He's got 16 others though. He'll only keep coming back, won't he?
If you bump him, half of your viewers are gone.
There's no need.
Yeah, you've ruined it. You've probably ruined the competition now.
Nick's
just go on with it. That's what I say. Just soldier on.
Soldier on. Yeah. It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
but we will sort it out.
How are you, Richie? Anyway, haven't spoken for a while.
What's that?
How are you?
I'm always good, man. I always try to be in a good mood. I don't. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Well,
what was that?
An FA Cup replay. That's a good point. I don't know because it's just going to get bamboozled. So we've got to come up with a solution. But I'm not doing it as a video or anything. It's going to be done on an individual basis. We'll sort that out in the week. Anyway, Lee's got thrashed tonight, Mike.
Yep.
What was the score?
I'd rather not. 20 points to 6.
Oh dear.
Yeah. We played them last week in the league as well, and we got beaten by them there. And to cap it all off, I would have been there, but I've got COVID.
How did you get that? Where have you been?
Yeah.
Leeds. He's been to Leeds.
He's been to Leeds.
Didn't shake hands with him, did you?
No.
How was your bat with COVID? Was it like a flu, or was it worse? Or
it's just like cold, really.
Yeah.
It's only a cold, isn't it? Really.
Have you got some effervescent vitamin C with zinc? That works quite well.
Hang on, I think I'm getting a bit of feedback here at the moment.
Don't know if that. I hope it's not me because I've.
Yeah. Sorry, I had the volume up on YouTube. So.
The cardinal sin.
Yeah. I mean, But my COVID, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's just like a cold, really. I mean, I had a vaccination a few months back, so.
Oh, that's why you got it.
An old person,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm fine. But I mean, all this shit that's going on at the moment. I mean, for Christ's sake, I mean, William seems to sort of like have a bit of a thing about the UK. So maybe you should, learn a few sort of English idioms, like not being the full shilling, not being the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Sandwich was short of the full.
And it's not cricket to.
It's not cricket, no.
It's
not cricket.
It's not all William though, is it? It's Stunty's played a part in it as well, hasn't he?
Oh well.
What's not all cricket?
Well, this Machiavellianism in the background going on, and you don't shit on the pitch in the game of cricket,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one long ass game, I tell you. Or the matches, they go on for days, don't they?
Yeah, 5 days if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it ends in a draw.
Yeah, the last time I was in England was playing a match with India, and I was in England for 7 weeks, and I think when I left, they were still playing the bloody match.
Yeah, that's about it, Richie. Yeah.
You leave my beloved cricket alone.
Actually, cricket kind of gave us baseball, so it's all good with me.
It's a form around baseball, really.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot. I've been to a baseball game in America. I went to see. Yeah, I saw Chicago White Sox. So that's where we were. They were playing the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had this thing where someone explained it to me, a full house or something, where all the bases were loaded and there was a home run hit and.
Oh yeah, grand slam.
That's it, and it happened twice in the
Mine
game.
was
Really?
A minor league.
It's like dodgy pork pie.
No. It wasn't a pork pie, Nick. It was my wife gave it to me. Her friend picked it up at her daughter's wedding, gave it to my wife, and then she's handed it on to me. So there you go. Nothing to do with the meetup. Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, I've been to American football at Wembley as well. I've watched quite a lot of American sport.
I saw Giants versus, I think it was Atlanta Falcons at Meadowlands in, I think, 2005.
Yeah, I went to the very first one.
It lasted about 4 hours and everyone was going mental. And I was sat there with my father-in-law. I said, I ain't got a clue what's happening. This is so... Well, it wasn't like watching the game were boring, but the atmosphere was interesting enough, I suppose. But I didn't have a clue what was going on with NFL. Sorry.
Yeah.
Never will.
When I went to America in October, November, I couldn't believe we went to my sort of niece's high school, and it was just like a normal high school college sort of thing, and the facilities, we sat on there was a game of American football going on, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching. The facilities are huge. You would think it was like a proper ground.
What state was this?
Georgia.
Okay, yeah, they take their high school football serious down there.
Yeah, I mean, the facilities was like better than probably any facilities I've ever seen in the UK ever. There were like 2 stands. There was a band at either end. There was a full commentary block. There were about 8 police cars there. You'd be lucky to get a police was like a major punch up at a football game these days. And it was. I just couldn't believe it. It was just amazing, the facilities. Yeah, it was incredible. I didn't understand what was going on either, but somebody won.
It's not that complicated of a game.
I know.
My wife goes, I don't get it. They all stand up, and then they all jump and fall down on each other. Then they all get up again, and then they all fall and jump on each other. Yeah, she doesn't get it either.
about halfway through, they had like a high school presentation for the, the girl who's been nominated top of the class or something like that. I don't know what it was. The homecoming, some homecoming ritual.
Queen, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what the hell was going on, but it was all totally unnecessary. The only thing I could identify is the music that the bands were playing. But the facilities were absolutely enormous. It was just a high school. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I mean, my lads, couple of years ago, well, probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, he had to go to University of Illinois for about sort of 4 months doing some research at Champaign, Illinois, and he said that the stadiums there were sort of better than anything that you get in City of Leeds, just state of the art. Yeah.
I mean, the equivalent in the UK would be like a football ground on a rainy winter's day with a few parents by the sidelines swearing at their kids,
That's right, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, one of my mates, he used to be a referee, and he said the worst games to referee with the lads, the under-10s on a Sunday. The kids were fine.
Yeah, it's the parents.
It was the parents he had to break up.
Yeah.
He said the over-aggressive dads are trying to play football through their kids because they were crap at it.
Yeah, here in town.
I used to go and watch it, and it was, it's war out there on the park,
God.
Man.
There's nothing linked about cricket. If you been hit in the bread basket at 90 miles an hour, it is no fun. That is, and all you got to protect you is a little thing like that you shove down the front of your thing. I've seen them shatter. It's not limped. At least we don't wear all that gear, even when we play rugby,
That's right, yeah.
But no, it's not a limped cricket. It's not limped cricket, Nobs. I can assure you. I've broken 3 fingers, dislocated a thumb, had to have stitches under my eye, all playing cricket.
Yeah. Finger injuries are sort of like is what you're most prone to with cricket. And
I think that's what why my hands are like they are now, because
I can remember seeing an accident in like my school PE, like playing cricket. The ball went right in the air, and there was this kid who was kind of chasing the ball, and he put his hand up in the air, and he kind of dived to get the ball, but his other hand was like this, and he fell on it like that, and I just saw it like break.
Yeah.
No.
I remember when I was bowling, I bowled a ball, and the batter middled it perfectly, and it came right at me. It was a case of catch it or wear it. So I put my hand up there, to catch the ball. I held on to the ball, but I heard my finger crack.
Yeah.
When it was up here, I caught the ball, went guys, I've broken my finger. What hand? My left. Oh, you can still bowl then. I went, absolutely.
That's what happened yesterday. We got a curved ball thrown at us. Somebody googly.
Yeah, we had the googly on the back. But basically it bent my finger right back. So they got a lolly stick, wedged it between there, taped me up, and I carried on.
Yeah, quite right too.
I took 3 for 43.
Both of my brothers used to support Spurs, still support Spurs. When we were growing up, I think it was because of was it Ozzy Ardiles, and what was the other one? Ricky Villa, yeah. But I was more into athletics. But later on, when I lived in Wales, I used to support my birth town, Hereford, the Mighty Bulls. Yeah. It's difficult to get a shirt when they've gone into administration,
My dad always says it was those two transfers that started the whole kind of this international transfer thing over those.
Well, didn't West Ham have one before that?
Could have done. They could have done. Yeah.
I don't think they were the first, but yeah, they were certainly very popular, weren't they? They were like superstars.
Well, yeah, they're right after that World Cup in '78.
Well, after the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the end of British football.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tottenham were nearly promoted to the Division 1 when they brought them in as well. You know, it's quite a statement, isn't it? You know, after being relegated. So, yes. What team do you support, Ian?
Well, I follow because I mean as you know, I'm a rugby man. I support obviously Northampton Saints, but I do like to see what the Cobblers are doing.
Yeah. You're a Forest, are you?
Yeah. 2 European Cups.
Yeah.
How many?
It's been a while, Jimmy, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Before I was born, to be fair.
See, I actually remember when Trevor Francis was the first £1 million football player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cloughy had him on the bench, didn't they?
Yeah.
For quite a while, because he said, you might be the first £1 million player, but you're not going to get big-headed, mate.
Yeah.
So he kept him on the bench for a while.
So, Mike, you and Jimmy need to do like a review of. You two need to team up for a review of the Damned United, don't you?
I don't know about that.
You can take all your medals and all your prizes and throw them in the bin. Because you haven't won them fairly.
You can see me. I'm sat there in the crowd in one scene. I'm in others, but you can't tell. But that one, yeah, you can clearly see me sat behind the mighty Jim Broadbent.
The mighty Jim Broadbent.
Yeah, detective.
Oh,
inspector.
Yeah. He's fantastic, isn't he, Jim Broadbent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember how he started? It was a double act, and it was the Reduced Shakespeare Company, and the two of them used to do whole Shakespeare plays in about 5 minutes.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious stuff. Really, really good.
I didn't know he did it.
I can't remember the name of the other guy, but Jim Broadbent was one of them.
Yeah, I loved him when he was in Blackadder's Christmas Carol as Prince Albert. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll have surprises. No.
He'll always be Slater to me from Only Fools.
Yeah, he was good as Slater.
And he was up for the role of Del Boy at one point before David Jason got it, which I think was the right call because I don't know. I think Jim Broadbent was, he was a bit too tall to be Del Boy. It looked like more of a bully, I think, if he'd have got that part than David Jason, who I love the bones of David Jason, but he's a short ass. Let's face it. It doesn't seem quite as bullying him there, sort of picking on Grandad and Rodney and being sort of like 5'0".
Yeah. I mean, before sort of he got the role of sort of Del Boy, he'd never done anything sort of like that before. That wasn't the sort of character that you'd play. And he just made it his own, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you remember the mini-series he did, like in the late or early 2000s, called The Quest? Remember that? No. It was like a 3-part series he did, and he goes back. He meets like friends from his past, and they kind of rekindle about things that happened in the past and go through stories and things as young men, in the sort of 50s and stuff. It was a good series.
Right.
Yeah, check it out. If it might even be on YouTube somewhere actually. Yeah, it's called The Quest.
Oh, right. Okay, that sounds good. Of course, he was Jack Frost, wasn't he? And Touch of Frost.
It was brilliant in that. Didn't he start out on the Frost Report with Ronnie Barker?
Yeah, when they've got the Well, you've got little Ronnie Corbett at one end and John Cleese at the other end of the, and it's all about
He
class.
always called Ronnie Barker the governor, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him as Blanco in Porridge. He was brilliant. He wasn't in it much, but he was brilliant in Porridge. And then, of course, Open All Hours. He was just, him and Ronnie were just brilliant together.
Yeah. But that was, that was one of the things, isn't it? That, you'd think after Porridge that, Ronnie Barker, would have seen, the best part, the best of his days, were behind him. But no, he comes up with Open All Hours.
Yeah, but he was brilliant in that. I mean, I love that till. That was actually they never knew what was going to happen with that till because it was literally someone went on a bit of string.
guys, I've got to go. I'm being summoned. So if Nick or Richard would like to come on and take it on, but thanks for having me on, Simon.
That's right. Cheers, Stevie.
All right, I'll be in touch.
Be in touch, Ian. Cheers, appreciate it.
See ya.
Ta-ra.
Yeah. What did you think of the reboot of Open All Hours with David Jason?
I thought he took the role really well. I thought Johnny Vegas was brilliant in that.
Yeah.
And I liked what's his name, Tim Healy.
Oh yeah.
I thought what I liked about that was that picture of Ronnie Barker up as well.
Yeah.
So there was acknowledging him. They've pulled the plug on that now, but it's, I think, rightly so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Open All Hours. I mean, I keep showing it that box set that's got every Ronnie Barker sitcom he was ever in, including the one of the the pilots he did.
Yeah. Ronnie. Yeah. So
there's some really ones that there's a Laurel and Hardy one he done. There's one about a northern family which was hilarious. Shame that never got made. The only one I didn't like was the one as that painter. What was his name? Something Evans.
Oh, I don't know that. What was it?
Yeah, Magnificent Evans. Yeah,
I never really cottoned on to that.
He wasn't.
I loved Clarence. That was it him and what was her name? Brilliant together. Absolutely brilliant.
Darling Budson May as well.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He played that character very much like how it was written.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, because they tried to reboot that, haven't they? And it just doesn't really work.
No,
no.
The character of Pop Larkin is nothing like the book.
Yeah.
And when you've got David Jason play him, who made that role his own, it's hard to follow. I mean, David's always was one of them actors. He played to, he did the research and he got a picture of what Pop Larkin. And when you even look at the books now, when you think of Pop Larkin, you think of that, the hat, the sideburns, and perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, go over there and join that one. Then, if you think this is better, clear off. Go and have a pitch over there instead.
Anyway, fellas, I'm going to shut it down now and call it a day.
Okay.
So I don't know if Jimmy's streaming Sunday.
No, not this
week.
week.
He said he is, but
no, I think it's the fun.
I think it's fortnightly, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's fortnightly, and I'll be back on Thursday.
On Thursday, and we'll do it all again on Friday.
Yeah,
but probably
who's going to be in the poll Thursday?
There isn't one because it's the end of the second round.
Oh, okay.
There's supposed to be the draw for the quarterfinal, but that may be put off.
Nah, just soldier on.
Well, until we've resolved this one. Yeah, Jimmy's browser crapped out. Oh dear,
It wasn't bad timing. We're closing it down anyway, so never mind. Right, guys, let's close it down then, and we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, bye.